Greetings, I'm Dev the Developer.
And I'm Glitch.
There are three ways to get CSS into an HTML document: inline styles, internal style sheets, and external style sheets. We are covering all three today, and we are going to land on the one you will use for the rest of this course. The first method is the style attribute directly on an HTML element. You write CSS declarations inside the attribute value right there in HTML. No selector needed because the element itself is the target. Inline styles work. They are also a maintenance problem at scale. Every element carries its own styling instructions. If you need to change the heading color across 50 pages, you change it 50 times. They mix structure and presentation in the same place, which goes against the whole point of separating the two. And because they carry the highest specificity in CSS, they override everything, which makes them very difficult to undo later.
Wait, so inline styles win in conflicts automatically?
Almost always. That sounds like a feature until you need to override one and cannot figure out why your style sheet is not working. Use inline styles for genuine one-off overrides that cannot be handled in a style sheet. That is a narrow use case. The second method involves CSS out of individual elements and into the document head. It is a style element inside the head section of the HTML. CSS rules go between the opening and closing tags. Internal style sheets are better than inline styles for readability. Useful for single page projects or styles that are genuinely specific to one page, but they still keep structure and presentation in the same file, and they cannot be shared across multiple pages.
Okay, so if I want the same heading color on every page, I would have to copy that rule into every HTML file.
Exactly, which is where the third method comes in. A separate .css file linked to the HTML document using the link element in the head. That file can be linked from as many HTML pages as you want. The rel attribute tells the browser what type of resource this is. href points to the file using the same relative path rules you already know from links. Now, let's write the style sheet itself. This is the approach you will use from here on. One style sheet linked from all of your pages. Change the style sheet and every page updates. The browser also caches the CSS file after the first download, so subsequent pages load it from cache instead of making a new request. That's faster, cleaner, and far easier to maintain.
Okay, so the reason to use an external style sheet is not just organization. There is a performance benefit too.
There is. One file, many pages, shared caching. You can also link multiple style sheets in order. A later one can override an earlier one, which is useful when you have a base style sheet and a page-specific one. Three methods: inline for genuine one-off overrides, internal for single page or prototype work, external for everything else. The external style sheet is the professional standard for a reason. From here on, all our CSS goes in an external file. Link one to your HTML, move your styles out of the document, and see how much cleaner both files become. Don't just watch it. Do it.